What's good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out. We have to admit this about Triple H. This video is about the great one. We have to admit this about Triple H is that, my opinion, is that he always puts the business first. He puts all egos to the side, and he's able to have forgiveness in his heart and being able to kind of bring back guys who may have had a problem with events or a problem with the company or a personal problem with Triple H himself, and he's able to kind of put bygones, let bygones be bygones, and put his pride to the side, and and try to bring those guys back into the fold, into the company, and back into the business where they can make more money than they probably made when they left WWE. Triple H creatively, he's been doing his thing with storyline wise. We saw it years ago in NXT, and he's doing it now on the main roster since he's been in creative control since last year, and so much more. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen next year. This year was pretty great creatively, with every pay-per-view being just about #1, being the most sold pay-per-view of all time. And so about to hop into this video, man, so let's go.
I feel like this is probably the hottest WWE era since the Attitude Era.
True,
the star power is unbelievable, and one man deserves a bit of credit. The man with 3 H's. Triple H, also known as Hunky Honk Hank. Well, ever since Hank took over WWE,
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
It's kinda cool again. He's giving fans what they want, improving weekly TV shows, making must-watch pay-per-views, putting his personal feelings aside for the best product possible. So, 10 out of 10 Booker. 4 out of 10 Booker. Somewhere Bret Hart is smiling right now, probably blaming Goldberg too. I've never seen this many over talent before. Let me refresh your memory. Just a couple of years ago, WWE only focused on Roman and Brock. That was a 59-match extravaganza. I know we're all nostalgic over certain years or eras in the WWE, but considering we've seen everything at this point and they still managed to make WWE more successful than ever before is wild. So this video is all about giving that soft lick on H's nip, but I also partly believe that AEW is responsible for a lot of that success. If it wasn't for AEW's good product in the beginning, I believe WWE wouldn't try as much. And I've seen someone saying this, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it wasn't that fans wanted an alternative. Maybe they just wanted WWE not to suck. So let's talk about some of the best things that Triple H has done in the WWE ever since he took over. Let's talk about the most recent
some of the returns.
The ability to let bygones be bygones.
I just said
that WWE always did really well. Ultimate Warrior came back to WWE. Bret Hart came back to
Triple H is responsible for half of that.
To the WWE. And that's really, really powerful. So it seems like Triple H is no different. He sees money in CM Punk, and one thing that people don't seem to realize, CM Punk is back in the WWE and people are talking about the risk because of his past. Here's the thing though, WWE is really successful right now and they have a lot of over talent such as Cody, Jay, Roman, LA Knight, and so much more. What people seem to forget is that there's really not that much of a risk anyway. It's not like WWE need to depend on CM Punk right now. By bringing back CM Punk, they're just adding to that success. They're already doing really good. You add CM Punk to the mix. I think this was such a great move by Triple H. They're just adding to WWE's popularity at this point. It was a whole different story for AEW though. One thing that took me a while to appreciate about Triple H is that he's trying to teach us patience. All about long-term booking, long-term plans. So just take a look at the current WWE champions. Gunther is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. He's such a good champion, nobody even wants him to lose the championship right now. Roman Reigns is still the WWE Champion. Not sure how you guys feel about that one though. Seth Rollins is the first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and he's still a champion. Same goes for Rhea Ripley. Sometimes we can be impatient and we want these changes, we want these
like right then and there
stuff,
and it doesn't work like that. It's long-term booking.
Titles, it's gonna feel so much more special. So when CM Punk cut his promo on Raw, I didn't mind it as much as everybody else. I know that WWE are all about giving it time right now. What I also appreciate about Triple H is that he keeps on giving fans what they want.
Yeah.
Just like I've said, ignoring his personal feelings. CM Punk and Triple H had beef in the past, but he knows that CM Punk is best for business. It's not about, oh, I don't like the way he talks, and I don't like the way he acts backstage. Instead, he focuses on what makes WWE more money. Same thing happened with Bray Wyatt. Fans wanted Bray.
He brought Bray back in October last year.
A bunch of wrestlers that Vince
Braun Strowman,
fired. Some of them worked, some of
Johnny
them
Gargano,
didn't.
Candice LeRae, a lot of people.
Fans were mad that Vince McMahon
Dakota
fired
Kai,
all these
he brought her
guys.
back.
The biggest change I've seen in the WWE lately that is really, really obvious is pay-per-views. They're so much shorter right now, and it seems like every pay-per-view is must-watch. You don't know what's gonna happen. Since they're shorter,
I love it like that.
Especially, you don't get tired by the end of it, and you get a bunch of cool moments. We're at a point right now that we don't even know what are the big 4, 5, 6 pay-per-views of the year are. Even Elimination Chamber could be considered that right now. Survivor Series is cool again, and we're going to get a bunch of international pay-per-views, like I believe Elimination Chamber in Australia, a pay-per-view in Germany. It's absolutely wild how big WWE is getting again. I believe he improved weekly shows as well. I obviously don't like everything. I feel like Raw is still way too long, but the biggest change I've seen is obviously the long-term booking.
It might go back to 2 hours since they about to go on another network next year.
59 short segments and you feel like you've seen enough. I don't want to see 59 backstage interviews, brawls. I'm tired of this. The show is way too long. Instead, we have longer matches. It almost seems like it's closer to what SmackDown is. Another great move that Triple H made is crowning Logan Paul as the United States champion. There's no doubt about it, social media is really, really powerful nowadays, and that's exactly where Logan Paul comes in. Certain wrestlers, maybe including Triple H, would look at Logan Paul and be like, I would never give this guy a WWE title. Obviously, though Logan Paul proved himself, I believe it didn't even matter how Triple H felt about him. He gave him the championship, and it's already paying off. Logan Paul is carrying that championship everywhere he goes, and is treating the title like the biggest thing that ever happened.
I gotta follow him on social media, on
One of the best
Instagram.
decisions Triple H
I don't know why I
made.
haven't followed him yet.
Another thing is bringing back general managers. So Nick Aldis is the general manager of SmackDown. Adam Pearce is the general manager of Raw. This is a concept that a lot of people have a problem with.
It's back in the Ruthless Aggression era.
We had a break. Can we have it back now? I honestly feel like it makes so much more sense to have general managers, because now we know who's in kayfabe booking the show. We have these segments. It makes stuff so much more simple. And with Adam Pearce, it's almost exactly.
Nick Aldis can still go in the ring.
Had to make these matches, but had to call the WWE management. But he was running both shows, so the whole concept of a brand split just kind of didn't make any sense in my opinion. So I'm really glad Triple H brought GMs back. Speaking of old stuff that used to be so nice, so good, why is it gone? Triple H brought back the new World Heavyweight Championship that looks like the OG big gold title. You can't convince me that this was not a Triple H move. Obviously, it's going to take time for us to take this championship as seriously as we take the WWE Championship, but it's almost impossible right now, given that the current WWE Champion is Roman Reigns, one of the longest reigning WWE Champions of all time. Some work will need to be done, but I'm talking about the design of the championship. I believe this is currently the most beautiful championship in pro wrestling. I also love the introduction of more complex storylines. For example, Drew McIntyre. He is kind of turning heel, but he does have a point. He got screwed by Jey Uso a lot, so he has a problem with Jey Uso, and he's not ready to forgive.
So this continuation.
Everybody else did.
That's a continuation from last year.
McIntyre is being a good guy. Sometimes it feels like he's being a bad guy.
You never know.
The truth is, he's justified in his actions, and that's hopefully something we're going to see more of. Just more complex, not so simple, straight to the point storylines and turns. I also love that we have factions in the WWE again. That's something that AEW did earlier, but I believe it kind of reminded WWE that, remember how cool factions used to be? NWO, remember that shit? When was the last time we got a faction in the WWE?
Since the Nexus and the Core.
Nexus or core, and again,
Yeah,
just
that was the last
building
time.
stars. For example, LA Knight under Vince McMahon, I don't think LA Knight would be where he is right now.
No.
Brought in Jade Cargill, which
I
is
forgot about
with
Jade.
Dominic Mysterio, exactly what he needs.
She hadn't
to
even
do
made her
with
debut
Dominic
yet in the ring.
Mysterio. Nakamura feels like a brand new superstar again. One thing that I had a problem with when it comes to Triple H's WWE is the women's division. It seems like it really took some time. That was one of the main criticisms. Thankfully, though, it improved quite drastically over the last 2 months. So this brand new version of Damage Control,
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley
They're gonna
finally
kick Bayley out the
defended
group.
the championship. It still
So Bayley
needs
versus
work.
Io
But what we've seen on SmackDown
at the Royal
for
Rumble
past
for the
few
championship.
weeks is a drastic change and improvement. Just
I like how they pushing Shotzi though. I ain't gonna lie.
need Nia. Nobody asked for Nia. Nobody. So I believe for the most part Triple H is doing a really good job compared to what WWE used to be just a couple of years ago. Now, is it perfect? Not at all. As better as the weekly shows are, it's still not where it should be. I want more of that feeling when you watch an episode of Raw or SmackDown and you know you really want to talk about what just happened right here. And sometimes, most of the time, we ain't getting that. How many The Judgment Day interrupt someone segments are we gonna watch? A couple of more things that Triple H really needs to work on is Austin Theory. I believe it's a crime from one of the most promising WWE superstars to just being there on SmackDown kinda and doing nothing. Sure, he was not
I feel like they're gonna be the new tag
that
champs
was
pretty
actually
soon.
a good move. You know, his failed cash-in was a good move. Speaking of which, do you guys really want Damian Priest as a world champion? I don't know.
I wouldn't mind to see it. I like Damian
Another
Priest.
thing is obviously the women's tag team titles. What we have right now is decent, mostly because Chelsea Green is really entertaining, but we need a story because what we're watching right now is just a bunch of random ass shit. So these are my thoughts on Triple H's WWE and how much better it is than what it used to be back in the day. Obviously we need improvements, but lately, from what we've seen, Triple H is doing what's, well, is best for business. That was smart, right? So thank you for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Great One Piece.
Good job, Triple H.
It's been a pleasure.
Alright y'all, great video man. Let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of my reactions to this video. Like, comment, subscribe, comment what y'all want me to react to next. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.